Real talk here. No matter what channel you turn it on, you are gonna see my guest likely, my next guest. John Leguizamo is playing an ATF agent on Showtime's Waco, The Aftermath. Now, you can also see him stream in the movie The Menu, which I watched probably 5,000 times now. That's on HBO Max. He just made history as the first Latino guest host of The Daily Show. And somehow this man has found time to travel all over the country, highlighting Latin excellence in his new Peacock docuseries, Leguizamo Does America. Yes. Okay, but I'm not done. And then there's his Amazon Prime sci-fi hit series that I'm also addicted to. I clearly have too much time on my hands, but I love good TV. The Power is incredible. I love this show. So here's the deal. John does his thing in this one. He plays Rob, a dedicated dad and loyal husband who suddenly finds himself in a new world where teenage girls, including his very own daughter, have developed mysterious superpowers. Yes, I got you, right? I got goosebumps. And the dramatic shift of women now holding power across the world forever changes society as we know it. Take a look.
It's in Nigeria, electricity coming out of their hands. All teenage girls?
Mom, I know someone can, like, aim it.
How does yours work? Hey! There was one girl I'd say was a mutation, but it's hundreds and thousands.
This show is so good. Please welcome to the Tam Fam, Tony and Emmy-winning superstar John Leguizamo!
Thank you. What's up? So good to see you. It's been a while.
It's been a while. You look great.
Hey, what's up?
Look at this guy.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just tell you, I'm not getting any sleep at night because I keep going to bed with you.
I know. Yeah, well, my wife will understand. She'll understand.
My husband is there, too. So here I am scrolling like everyone, what's on TV tonight? And I see Power, The Power. I start watching it. Toni Collette is your wife. Brilliant. She plays the mayor of Seattle.
Yes.
You have Auli'i Carvalho.
Carvalho.
She was the voice of Moana.
Right.
She plays your daughter. So you already got an all-star cast here.
Yeah, it's an incredible cast to be in this show with 4 girls, because the story is girls have evolved to protect themselves, and when they reach puberty, they get a new organ that grows in them that gives them electrical power. Some girls, it's like static, and some girls, it's like a nuclear blast. And they start taking over, and men get terrified, so they start locking them up and caging them up. They escape, and then women take over the world. It's great.
It's great.
I don't know why that's science fiction, but yeah.
Why is that science fiction?
Yeah.
So your character, though, Rob, he's a dad and he's a doctor.
Yes.
And he's faced with this moral crisis in some ways because he learns what's happening around the world. He also is really instrumental in discovering what's going on. I don't want to give too much away, but there is a scene, let me tell you. I know you have to know the scene I'm talking about. You don't know.
Give me a little clue.
I'm just gonna play. So there's a scene where the character is trying to relate and bond with his daughter, and suddenly he breaks into a Tribe Called Quest, Check the Rhyme. I was like, is this John or the character? Take a look.
Now here's a funky introduction of how nice I am. Tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram. I'm like an energizer cause you see I last long. My crew is never ever whack because we stand strong. Yeah.
I went to school with Q-Tip.
So that's the thing. It's the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Oh my God.
We first met you and obviously fell in love with you. 1990, your first one-man show, Mambo Man, back in the day. 1990. But I was thinking that's crazy because, hip hop, what you did for the culture, for New York, I'm in Texas. And so much that I learned about the culture beyond my work, I learned watching your work.
Oh, thank you.
It's so great to see. But was that an ad lib?
No, they actually, because they know I love hip hop.
Yeah.
And obviously they figured out my age and they go, he must like 90s, 80s hip hop. So boom, they gave me Tribe, and I go, Tribe, Q-Tip, we went to Berkshire together, Yeah.
You know, we talked about like all of the work that you've done, and we said you're in our hall of hustle now, but you've always been a hall of hustler type guy.
Yeah.
This idea that you just hosted The Daily Show and the ratings came in.
Yeah. Amazing.
And according to the Wrap, you had the second highest rated hosting job since Trevor Noah left. Listen, I gotta find the quote that they put in here because the B Latina made the case that you should become the permanent host. This is what they wrote. He said, his commitment to pushing the envelope is exactly what our community needs. We need someone who is constantly standing up for us in the public eye and who calls for more representation.
Yeah.
I thought about that because it's always, for me, I'll get personal, it's bittersweet sometimes because I'm still the first in a lot of categories. So it's something I'm proud of, but then I'm like, dang, it's 2023.
I know. Come on,
how
what are we,
is that still
1800s?
Right.
I know, it's so trippy. It's like
bittersweet. You're like, wait, I'm happy, but wait a minute, it's 2023.
Yeah. It's like things are improving, but it's so small. There's such marginal improvements. When we've been here forever, building this country, Black and Latin people. We've suffered a lot of oppression. We never got our due financially. I mean, we Latin people give $2.8 trillion to the GDP every year. Yes. If we were our own economy, preach. If we were our own economy, we'd be our fifth largest country in the world, bigger than Brazil, bigger than Italy and England. And we're less than 2% of the leads in movies and streaming.
You know, which is so crazy because...
it's not okay.
It is not okay. It's not okay. And one of the things, I had the pleasure at D23, Disney has this big thing every year. I go to D, and they asked me to host the sing-along and the cast of Encanto. You are, of course, the voice of Bruno.
Right. Oh, we don't talk about
The Casa Madrigal. Talk about impact. Let me just show you my special guy, because you're an empty nester now, so if you need a baby ever to fill your nest, this is my son, who carries around an Encanto candle. He's obsessed.
Oh, my God, he's so cute.
And so the other day, he goes, we don't talk about Bruno. I'm like, you can barely talk, and you're singing this song. That's an example of the impact when you bring culture in a fun way. Not just Black kids, brown kids. Every kid loved this movie.
Right. It's amazing when you do it right, and you do it very specific, and you give people who know their own culture, because there were Latin writers, Latin directors. Lin-Manuel Miranda was pushing all the songs and writing them. When you have authenticity in it, we all feel it, and it becomes a hit. It's the biggest hit Disney's ever had in their history.
It is so good. I said life imitating art. So the Madrigal family, they all live in this beautiful house. You and Justine, as I said, you got an empty nest now, but one of the kids moved on the same block?
Yeah, my daughter moved on the block, and my son's gonna come in and move in with his daughter. I want to have the Madrigal family at home.
So you're cool with everybody still living around?
It's a Latin thing. My grandfather did it. He had his grandkids, you know, his great-grandkids were living with him. We loved it. It was a circus, but we loved it. You share the bathroom, and you share stories.
You share the bathroom, and you share stories. I love that. And share the housework, hopefully.